Back to the line they go. It's second down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Able to find Hawkinson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. McCarthy throwing on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds past midfield. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Pierce up the middle. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. McCarthy to throw it. And he's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Taken in by Pierce. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, okay? Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Handoff, headed left, Pierce. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. On play action now, McCarthy. Taking a big shot for the end zone. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's loaded another one up. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for 36 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. McCarthy looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he drives this forward to the 6.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I'm promise you some money will follow. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. His foray out the middle, and that's about 3. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Slot man motioned over. Second down carry for Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Richardson on third. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Colts are ready for the punt. And this will put an end to the drive after it stalled out. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Vikings football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Buys time, rolling right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Colts take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Mitchell will go in motion right. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Taylor again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down, and they go right back to him. Room inside the 10. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. And it's got to come back. Play action with Richardson. He's on the move. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces throwaway.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Third and long, it's Richardson. And once again, they can't connect.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Groupie sends it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the give to Pierce. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now it's McCarthy. Oh no, they get him yet again! Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Taylor trying the left side. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. He gets him a bunch of yards back, 9 on that play, and it's 2nd and 6.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go again with Taylor. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They are now set for 1st and 10. Running right, this is Taylor. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Colts looking for a score before halftime. Second and 3 now. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Now is York to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Pierce. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Sidney Brown in on that stop. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And a short gain only as he gets up to the 37. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And they pick him off again! And the Colts have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's 2nd and 11. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 43. Taking a deep shot here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Colts get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walk in the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Vikings might be able to get some points late after the interception. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing it just before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Vikings 3.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Taylor now up the middle. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Now a run with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. Working quickly here. From the gun, Taylor. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. This ball's caught by Palmer. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A run here with Taylor. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Gets them those 3 yards back, but it brings up 3rd and 10 now. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. It's a dime look by the Vikings. 3rd down coming. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Setting up the screen. He has room past the 25. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They'll run here on 1st down. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now a handoff to Taylor. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. There's a pause now. Somebody hurt on that play, and this is one to keep an eye on. It's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense to the line for second down. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. And you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on first. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They'll go right back to Pierce. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached... Here's McCarthy to throw. He's got a man left. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Right back it goes to Pierce. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
He'll get this to Jefferson. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets taken down immediately, right at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. On the move, headed right. And they pick him off again. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Now a toss play. Taylor. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts. Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Taylor again. Across midfield to the 45. And he's brought down at the 44. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Colts looking at a 3-0 start to the season. Second down now, 7 to go. Running right, this is Taylor. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They go again with Taylor. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense. 4th and long.
Katie York now on for the field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it, with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
This one intended for the running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Trying to push it deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So that brings up 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's a give to Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 9 yards.